Hello and welcome to the video which is based on the solutions of the chapter Algebraic Identities from R.S. Agrawal ICSE class 8. Today we are going to discuss question number 1 to 3. For further solutions of the remaining questions, you can continue watching the other videos. So without wasting any time, let's get going. So let's solve question number 1 from exercise 13C, third part, a plus 3p the whole square. Now this is based on the identity a plus b the whole square, which is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now here a takes the value of a and 3p takes the value of b. So what do we get here? In place of a square, we get 8 square. 2ab means 2 into 8 into 3p plus b square, that means 3p the whole square. On further simplifying, we'll get 8 square, which is 64, plus 48p plus 9p square. That's the expansion. Moving on to question number 4 from first question, fourth part, root 3x plus 2 the whole square. Now here a is replaced with root 3x and 2 is replacing b. So now again use the same identity. So we'll get root 3x the whole square plus 2 into a is root 3x into b, which is 2, plus b square. B square is nothing but 2 square. So what we'll get here on further simplification, root 3x square. So root 3 square will be root 3 into root 3, that is 3. So root 3x square is going to be root 3 square and x square, that is 3x square, plus 2 to the 4, 4 into root 3 is 4 root 3. So 4 root 3x plus 2 square. 2 square is 4. So we'll get the final expansion, 3x square plus 4 root 3x plus 4. Now let's take the seventh part, x by 2 plus y by 3 the whole square. So here a value is x by 2 and b value is y by 3. Now again use the same identity. So here a square will be x by 2 the whole square plus 2 into ab, that is 2 into x by 2 into y by 3 plus y by 3 the whole square. So now let's square the first term. Here numerator and denominators both are going to square, so you'll get x square by 4. At the second place, 2 from the numerator and denominator will cancel out each other, so we'll be left with xy by 3 plus the last term, again numerator and denominator square both of them, so we'll get y square by 9. Now let's see the 8th part of question 1, 3a by 5 plus 5b upon 3 the whole square. Now here the letter a is representing 3a upon 5 and b is representing 5b upon 3. So on squaring we'll get 3 by 5a the whole square plus 2 times the first term, which is 3a upon 5, multiplied by the second term, which is 5b upon 3, plus the square of the second term, which is 5b upon 3 the whole square. So what we will get now here is the numerator of the first term, that is 3a. On squaring we will get 9a square upon denominator 5 square is 25. In the second place, 3 will cancel out from numerator and denominator, and even 5 will cancel out from both the places. So we will be left with 2ab plus the last term, which is 5b square upon 3 square. So it becomes 25b square upon 9. Let's take now question number 2, where we need to expand here. All the sums are based on the identity a minus b the whole square. As we can see, the negative sign between the two terms. So the identity is a minus b the whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here a is replaced with 3a and b is replaced with 2. So similar to question number 1, we are going to expand each term. So 3a the whole square minus 2 into 3a into 2 plus 2 square. So here First term on squaring will give you 9a square minus multiply the numbers 2 into 3 into 2. So what you get here? 12 and the variable a plus 2 square, which is 4. This brings us to the end of the solution. Moving on to question number 5, x upon 2 minus y upon 2 the whole square. So what is a here? X by 2. And what is b? Y by 2. Now let's use the same identity. So square the first term. You'll get x upon 2 the whole square minus 2 times first term, which is x by 2, into the second term, which is y by 2, plus the last term's square, y by 2 the whole square. Okay, now further on squaring we'll get x square upon 4 minus 2 from numerator, and one of the denominators 2 will cancel out each other. So we'll be left with xy upon 2 plus the last term, which is y square upon 4. So the expansion is x square upon 4 minus xy upon 2 plus y square upon 4. Remember, when we expand these, they cannot be further added or subtracted, as these are unlike terms. Now let's take question number 6, 2a minus 5 by 2 the whole square. So first term square, 2a the whole square minus 2 into the first term, which is 2a, into the second term, which is 5 by 2. Take care not to take minus 5 by 2. That negative sign is already there in the form of minus 2ab plus b square. So 5 by 2 the whole square. Now let's square each the terms. So the first term square is 4a square minus, now 2 cancels from denominator and 1 of the numerator. So we are left with 5 to the 10 into a plus square the numerator and denominator, will get 25 by 4. So this is our final expansion. Now let's take the seventh part, 2 upon a minus 3 upon b the whole square. So here our a is 2 upon a and b is 3 upon b. I am reminding again, the negative sign between them should not be considered when you are taking the value of b. Okay, so now square the first term minus 2 times the product of first and the second term, which is 2 into 2 upon a into 3 upon b, plus the second term square, which is 3 upon b the whole square. Now square the first term, which is 4 upon a square, minus, now numerator and denominator there is nothing to cancel, so you will be left with 12 upon ab plus the square of the last term, which is 9 upon b the whole square. Now this, as I already told, these are unlike terms, they cannot further simplify. So this is the end of the solution. With this we come to the end of the video. We have done question number 1, 2 and 3 here, discuss some of those questions. For further questions you can see the remaining videos which are based on R.S. Agrawal solutions. So thanks for watching the video and please subscribe to my channel for more educational video.